Coors Banquet.
Coors Banquet, the original.
Hey, everybody. Know Nothing's podcast number 42.
Welcome in. 42 indeed. We've been a couple weeks since we got together. You had a little vacation, I guess.
A little vacation, and I moved us into the music studio that I have set up here.
It's pretty awesome. It's going to be a good little recording space.
That's nice.
Make some magic in here.
Yep, make some magic.
Did you enjoy the news while you at all? Did you get to see any of the news with the aliens while you were
Nobody
on
cares.
vacation?
Nobody cares about aliens. What were we like? We're a couple months in now on the government being like, there's these things we don't know about, and so we're gonna kind of keep telling people about them for a little bit, and everybody's just kind of like, oh, we don't care.
Yeah, so there's like me and you and a couple million people on the internet that are interested, but they have started kind of spoon feeding us, right? So it started a few months ago. It's like, hey, we're seeing things and we don't know what they are,
right?
And then
they broke us in with a couple of weather balloons. They broke us in with getting used to shooting things out of
We got these unidentified objects. We're not sure what they are. We want you to know that we have seen. Well, how long has this been going on? Well, it looks like maybe 50 years or so, but but it's time we tell you. So then they're like, so they give you that, and then like a month later, they're like, we've actually have species of what appears to be aliens that aren't from Earth. I don't know.
This sounds fake. That's like you're saying that, and it's like they said there's species.
70 of them.
70 species. Is this from the Dr. Stephen Greer thing? Mm-hmm. I have been watching him for a long time.
Yep.
Before anybody was interested in this, I was the first one, of course.
You're an originator.
I'm an originator. I heard Nirvana first. I'm an originator.
Mm-hmm.
That's all me being funny. That's not. That's not. It's a joke.
Yeah.
But
you were on it before. Probably most people.
We were on Dr.
Us
Stephen
weirdos
Greer.
were on it before.
I paid like $20 to download like his Get in Touch with Aliens because I'm a kook. Like he has like a thing you can download and play like sounds into the air for an hour, and then you like meditate a little bit, and like your phone does it for you. Like your phone like flashes lights into the sky, like on this app or whatever. Mm-hmm. I paid like $20 for that, so I'm invested.
Yeah, but they also had government hearings this week.
Yeah.
And so they apparently, so now they're like, well, we actually have. It's actually more than one species. It's probably like 70, but these are the three you need to pay closest attention to. Also, then they're like, now they're saying, well, they may be coming from inside the Earth. That's what all these other civilizations are. Yeah. We've just been lying to you. We've lied to you forever. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out and they were like, okay, look, the Earth's not flat, but it's close.
Yeah. Well, we're much bigger. Than what it's so big that from where we're at, the higher you go up, you can't tell.
Well, put your tinfoil hat on tight, okay?
Right.
So here's what. So people are saying that they're doing this now because it's not going to be like our government or the Russian government or the Chinese government that makes this announcement. It's going to be the fucking aliens that make the announcement.
What?
Yeah. Like they're saying, like we're close, like end of 2023. Early 2024, like people are actually espousing this now, whether it's true or not. But this is what's being said. They're saying we're on the clock. Earthlings are on the clock, and the aliens are going to be there. So the government is trying to get in front of it because the aliens aren't going to give a fuck when they go to show themselves.
They're here. They ain't going to try and spin it.
Yeah, they've been here.
They've been here. They're all on television. They're all the people that give us the news. I'm telling you, every now and then you see them all quirk out like. You've never seen us do that once.
If they're, you talk about the reptilians.
If they're reptilians, they're already running the show.
So
they're running the show. The reptilians are running the show, not this show, but the show of the world.
So the theory is though that the reason that they're spoon feeding us all this is because they know the governments know. You looking for?
I'm looking for something I sent you.
Oh,
where it's gone.
Oh yeah.
Luke Paul.
Yeah,
Paul.
I sent you the thing, and then you went to Google it, and then it was all of a sudden it was gone. Google's like, we're scrubbing into this, and like we're searching for more content. But here's the deal.
No, there's one thing where Luke Paul said, like Luke Paul, the fighting kid?
Logan Paul.
Yeah. He says. He was like
more like 35, but yeah.
He looks like a kid.
Yeah.
He was like
I know.
He was boxing something or whatever. And then he was like, aliens are going to show up in July and this and everything else and all that. That's gone now off of that's gone.
They're thinking this. I saw this guy giving this whole speech about how he sees it going down. Now it gets wild, but I mean, it's just interesting to watch. He's like, look, they'll be everywhere. He's like, when they make their presence known, the reason the government's trying to get in front of it because the aliens have already told the people in charge, like, hey, shithead, you got about a year. This was like a year ago to get your shit together, or we're going to get it together for you. And the government knows they can't get their shit together in that amount of time.
They can't get shit together.
So he's like, by the end of 2023 or early 20, which I love when people put timelines because they just be proven a fool or be proven a genius. So I think it's bold when people, if you're going to say something crazy, hey, stamp it. And he said,
what I started doing, I would be on TikTok and it would be like, one of these TikToks where guys like, in July 2023, there will be earthquakes on the 10th. And so I would go in my phone and just go ahead. I've got a bunch of them in my phone.
And put it in your calendar?
They keep popping up in the calendar. It's like, earthquakes today. Nope, didn't happen.
If somebody says they're a time traveler or whatever, they're like things that will happen in 2022. And none of that
gets
shit.
off on that? And I was like, I'm just going to, because I'm going to forget about this, I'm just going to, every time I hear this, pop it in my phone and it'll pop up.
Well, because it's fun for us to think is there a time traveler? And that's good. That's good content. But, if they're proven a liar, then you go, yeah, they are crazy and we're all crazy. Now, I'm not saying they're coming at the end of this year, but they're saying when they come, they're not gonna ask the government, in other words, hey, go ahead and tell all your people. They're gonna land a craft on the White House, land one in the Kremlin or wherever in Russia, I guess whatever they are. They're gonna basically go to all the spots and they're gonna say, hey, we're here. Here's what's happening. We've been here for 10,000 years. You fuckers are us.
And you're fucking it up.
Yeah. But this is what you're going to do from now on. If you see us, don't be startled. We're going to be walking around. We're going to be everywhere.
Dude, it's awesome.
We're just like y'all. We've been just like y'all. Now you're just going to know that we're here. You've thought and people, I imagine even if that happened, if actual aliens landed on the White House and gave a press conference, I think I'll say 100 million Americans would still be like, not even know. Or not even know. Or not even know.
Not even know. They won't know.
Even if it was
I think a lot of people would just be like, well, yeah, we've seen a lot of movies about this. Okay.
Yeah. Me and you, I think, would be like, I've reached the whole point in my life about everything, all this bullshit, where I'm just watching the movie, bro.
Right.
I'm just watching the movie.
Here's the thing. They say they land, and they're like, we're here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, what do you got to make our lives easier? Come on, are you going to annihilate us? Then get it over with. If you're not, give us some teleportation stuff so I can be in Florida in 5 minutes.
Well,
know what I mean?
They might. Yeah, I know what you mean. But they might tell you hey, Mike, here's the bad news. It don't get any fucking better. It's going to get worse.
It gets worse.
This is my life is hell, brother. I've been living in a fucking earth core for 10,000 years. I haven't had sex since, 9,000 BC.
Since the Walter Dryas.
Yeah. So, in fact, I'm here to get some sex. Shit is not getting better for you. I'm taking your women. We're taking your money. We're taking your resources.
We don't need consent.
I'm just telling you we're about to do it. But all your dream shit about things are going to get better now, fuck off, Mike Hinkle. That could be the message they give us.
You got to stop using my whole name. People are going to kill me.
Your whole name's on the podcast. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, but you're reminding them.
You're doing a podcast. Your whole name's out there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, those people are idiots that don't know to look.
You know how the internet works.
Right. I'm going to say one thing about Trump and be like, I think that whatever he did, and they'll be like, Mike Hinkle, I got to find out where he lives and murder that guy.
Well, that'd just be part of the movie we're watching, bro.
I guess.
That's just part of the movie we're watching.
I'll tell you what, bring it on. I got a couple things for you.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Who knows how that? We don't know how that ends either, right? That's just hope. I feel like I can hold my own, but I don't know.
I feel like all of this stuff, the alien stuff has just been amping up ×2 every week. For 6 months now.
Maybe
it got real hot.
Years.
Maybe a couple years.
But
it seems like it's like you said, you can't got nothing to do. We're gonna say it now. Y'all better get
Well,
everybody ready.
You said it the other day. You texted me this the other day. 10 years ago, if you would have sat in a congressional hearing talking about aliens, they would have laughed you off the First of all, you wouldn't have got there. They would have never gotten aired. They'd have been like crazy person in Washington D.C. It just got shut down as nonsense, right? But half the things that have happened the past 5 years, if you'd have said 10 years ago were going to happen, people would be like, "That's not going to." If you would have said in 2015. In 2015, if you'd have told people, hey, there's going to be a pandemic that's going to come to America, and they're going to lock people in their houses, and they're going to shut down the entire economy for a year, and they're just going to kind of spitball how to fix it, and it's going to be a couple years. Like, people will be locked in their houses, not going to work. The whole world's going to change. You'd be like, oh, it's not.
It's not.
That's not happening.
That's stupid.
That's stupid, right? Just like
that's dumb. No, they're not. They can't lock people in their houses. People will never obey that. Oh, look what happened.
Look what happened.
Everybody's like, yes, please tell us what to do, Daddy.
So 10 years ago when they say you're going to talk about it, now they're having actual congressional hearings, and they're like, with like actual scientists, actual naval pilots or whatever. These aren't like me and you, just two dudes in a living room talking
people,
shit.
Two guys in Oklahoma plowing a field and saw a star move sideways.
No, this is like an admiral in the United States Navy, like with this whole, that's these kinds of, or astrophysicists, like these kind of people going, yeah, like it moves faster than the speed of light, and we don't know how anything moves faster than the speed of light.
This moves faster than the speed of light right here.
Well, they told us in school nothing moves faster than the speed of light.
No, nothing moves faster than the speed of light.
But again, if you, our history book, the whole thing could almost be a farce.
I think it is.
The whole thing.
I think they've lied to us from the beginning about everything. I think people go, well, why would they do that? It's like so they can control you. If you don't know where you are, and you don't know where you're from, and you don't know the plan of where you're going, they can just create whatever they want. First of all, if you don't know where you are, then you don't know why you're here, and then you don't know why.
And we don't know why we're here,
and we don't know.
We spend our whole lives trying to figure that out. Like, what are we doing? What's happening?
What is my purpose? You pass butter. Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's like that. Nobody. If you don't know where you're at, then you never know what you're doing here.
But there's never an answer. We don't.
There's no answer.
We absolutely have.
People wouldn't even believe the answer if somebody showed up tomorrow, like Jesus or something, and he landed in a cloud on a spaceship.
I wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, I don't know.
What if like it lands and it steps out and it's straight up Roman Jesus with the beard, white Jesus with the beard and the robes, and he's like, hello, everyone, I told you I would return. And everybody would be like, bullshit!
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's me, I promise. Well, I think that's bullshit. What do you think about the new Jesus, huh?
Kind of like
he's kind of ripped up. Like, he hits the gym more than he's, forgiving sins.
Kind of like, well, if Jesus walked around as the actual Jesus of Jerusalem, if he walked around and said the things that he said then, everyone would just cascade him. You fucking woke fucker, get out of here! Like, if he was like, if Jesus came to America and told us, hey, you're supposed to let them in, not only let them in, love them and feed them. Of course that's what you do. People would be like,
of course.
Fuck this brown guy.
Get out of here.
Fuck this brown guy. Like, no way is
he
like,
saying this guy, he just wants us to love everybody. Even a dude that likes to dress like a woman. Yes, even that.
Even that guy.
Fuck that guy.
There's an envision of like Jesus rolling in on a tank with two AR-15s and a fucking sleeveless shirt, like
USA,
like just blasting rounds in the ground with two American flags into the tank, just like, let's kick some ass, boys! Like
freedom rings tattooed across his chest.
I'm pretty sure that's not who Jesus was.
I'm pretty sure that's not who he was.
Not to get political or religious, but I don't mind getting either. But
I don't mind getting either.
It's from a comedic standpoint. It's funny. It's always been funny to me that I'm like, there's no way you read anything he said if this is what you believe.
Right.
I don't believe it, but I've at least read it.
Yeah, I've read it. It's like in the Bible when he goes into the temple and he like turns over everybody's like he throws a big
tax
fit
collectors.
and all the tax collectors stuff are doing in the temple. I mean, he wouldn't get along with anybody now at all doing that. People would definitely not get along with him doing that.
He's a socialist.
Right.
Jesus is a socialist hippie, brown dude with a thick accent, likely, probably, most definitely doesn't speak English except the fact that he's divine, so he could probably speak all languages.
Like he speaks and everyone understands.
So the reality of what he is doesn't match up at all with the image of what they
want him to be,
or what many evangelicals want or wish him to be.
Well, the image of him is the I can't remember his name. I wish I could. The Roman guy who the paintings that you see of white Jesus or like
Well, he started Jesus brown, then he got tan, then he got
long hair. Then is actually a guy.
Then he got
from
white.
Rome.
Yeah, then he got white.
It's like a picture of that guy.
He's a very famous guy back then.
Yeah. And so they branded him that. You know, Jesus has a great publicist. You know, God has a great publicist because
one?
Huh?
Which God?
The all God.
Which one has the best publicist of the 5,000? Do you think?
Probably Christianity's God, because like whenever something bad happens, his PR guy's like, "Oh well, y'all got free will," and then when something good happens, he's like, "Yeah, that's my guy."
But Allah does that too. They all share such similar stories. It's almost unbelievable.
It's almost holy shit.
Yeah.
I've got it. I want to switch gears off of the religious stuff because it makes me nauseous, like to talk about religious stuff because it's so wackadoo to me.
Oh, I didn't know if you were still having your. Some people go through that Christian guilt phase for like 10 or 15 years.
No. It's just so wackadoo to me.
Yeah,
it like makes my skin crawl.
Like it's less wackadoo to talk about aliens.
Like I believe aliens show up before Jesus will. Let's just say that.
1,000% believe that.
1,000%. I mean, they're already here. So.
The probability of that is like almost infinity.
I do have I came across some stuff here. Is this on you? It's on you. That's good. Just hit some of these real quick.
Joe Biden groped a breast, right?
Well, first of all, he ended his speech by saying, "God save the Queen."
Was he in England?
No.
Are you sure?
Was it in England?
Well, I see UK flags there, so when I see Jill Biden, so there's like a
President Biden causes confusion after appearing to sign off a speech on gun control with "God save the Queen."
God save the Queen, man.
Man, God save the Queen, man.
Come on, man.
Save
God
the Queen.
Save the Queen. But if he's in England, that makes.
He wasn't in England. He's not talking about gun control in England.
Well, why? He would be too. He would be trying to talk about how America needs more sensible gun policy to the Brits who have a more sensible gun policy.
I don't think he was in England.
What are the British flags doing back there behind Joe Biden?
That wasn't behind Joe Biden. That was behind another picture. Of
he's crazy.
Else.
I mean,
that was a different picture.
He's clearly in at least mid-stage dementia. Like how anyone's denying that at this point is beyond me.
Okay, but he still has moments of clarity.
Yeah, for sure.
Like right here where he
touches her boobie.
Eva Longoria. Is it Eva Longoria?
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria's boob.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he does the old. This is a classic boomer move. You ready? You hug, and as you're coming out of the hug, slide your hand and just hit the breast a little bit, just to let her know who's boss.
But by 82,
you know what I mean?
You've touched a lot of boobs. But you know what they say: if you touched one boob, you want to touch the rest. But,
well, I mean, he wants to touch them all. I want
to see the video.
Such a boomer. You want to see the video?
Well, yeah, because I want to decide: am I outraged, or is it like, okay, this is bullshit? Because a lot of things are bullshit. Like the stuff where Biden smells a kid and they act like he's. I just don't think that makes him a pedophile. I think he's just a weird old dude, right? Like I don't think him smelling kids' hair. You see old guys do shit like that. I just don't get outraged by it. I want to see when he's smelling hair. What?
No, I think that's creepy as shit.
It's creepy as shit.
If it's not your kid, it's creepy.
But you think it makes you a pedophile?
If you're taking pictures of people and you have some like kids you don't know taking pictures and you lean down and smell their hair, that's fucked up.
It's so fucked up. But it doesn't make you a pedophile. And you're gonna do it.
It doesn't make you a pedophile. Obviously, that's not the definition of pedophilia.
Right.
But it makes you creepy, and I don't think it's pedophilia. I think he eats babies, so like he probably smelling like.
But you don't really think he eats babies,
good.
Do you?
Like, I can smell the blood.
You don't really think he eats babies, though. No. So I don't either. That's what I'm saying.
Like he smells them like that smells like a special treat.
See, I go like halfway down the rails on conspiracy. That's where conspiracy theories become, because you're like, well, they're only conspiracy theories till they're true. Very true. I believe that. They're also only conspiracy theories till they get so wacky out there that you're like, well, clearly that's bullshit. Like the eating baby stuff is probably not true.
Probably not true. Unless they are aliens, and the aliens are going to come out and say they eat babies.
Let me see him touch the boob.
I'm looking for it.
So hot. Want to touch the hiney.
Let's go videos.
Trying to grope Eva Longoria.
Okay, here we go. Let's check this out.
Now this is what I want to see. Is this the Republican saying he's groping her, or is it a real thing? I'll find out when I watch the video. Anytime.
I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but it
doesn't matter if to hear. Just we can't hear it. It doesn't matter about the hear. Anytime I hear something about,
you can kind of see it in my monitor here.
If I hear something about any politician on the left or right, I always want to be like, okay, what's the angle? Is it trying to be an angle or is it real? Because half the shit's not real.
All right, here we go.
But this one maybe I'll make the determination of what's real. I'm the deciding factor.
You're the decider?
Yeah, because I don't have a political I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You have political things. I really don't.
No, I don't have.
What is this?
I don't have political things. I really don't care. I really don't. I'm objective because I don't like either one of them. If I don't like either one of them, I'm perfectly capable of saying, yeah, that's groping. Like, I don't have problems. Like, obviously he has dementia. Hard to say he doesn't.
Fox News.
Well, it's coming from fucking Waters. I'm already skeptical. I'm super skeptical right now.
All right.
But I'll watch.
He said, I love those barrettes in your hair. I think everybody can hear this, by the way.
Can they?
You can see it, too.
I can't hear it.
They can. Well, you don't have headphones on.
Well, here. So there he's smelling the hair.
There's some smell in the hair.
Smell of the hair. He is a little creepy. I agree. Uncle Joe is a little creepy. Can I have one with you? Okay, let's.
She's creeped out.
She's creeped out. Yeah, I'd be creeped out when I'm 11. Some old lady's like rubbing on me or something. This biker chick looks like she's into him a little bit.
Here's where he's apologizing. Hold on, here. I can hit some CC for you.
To apologize to Eva Longoria?
We're getting to it.
I grab men and women by the shoulders and say, you can do it.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
And the boundaries of protecting personal space have been... Okay, there he is. He goes in for the hug. Perfectly fine. I don't think anything's wrong with the hug. I think we should hug more.
Here it is.
We should hug more.
Here it is.
Boom remove or not. Let's see. Boom, he's in there.
Here we go. Boom remove coming up.
And
he cupped the breast. Yeah, she grabbed his hand.
Rewind it. He put his thumb did hit it.
That's an old boom remove. I'm telling you. Look at this boom remove.
Boom.
He got
a thumb. He got a thumb. He got a thumb full of titty. Ain't no doubt. I think that was intentional.
Totally intentional. Look at this thumb full of titty. Here we go. And look at this. Oh, he's perfected this move. And she's like, no, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. No boobies. No boobies for you.
Creepy.
Not the end of the world creepy, but certainly creepy.
Ray. It's not end of the world creepy.
Well, I was just saying it's not end of the world
creepy. But he
creepy.
did it on purpose.
I think so.
Okay, that's Joe Biden number 2 for me. Like I don't give I think the guys, I don't care, Democrat, Republican, I don't care. I'm in the middle. I'm a centrist. Here's the thing. He's too old to be our president. He's way too old. We should have
They're all too old.
They're all too. We need 70. Somebody halfway.
70.
It's too old.
35 to 70. There needs to be a 35-year window where you can be president. I don't know at 46 that I would feel like keeping up with all that bullshit.
Gamer news. You ready for some gamer news?
Not really, but
Whoopi Goldberg gamer news. This is funny.
Okay, go ahead.
Whoopi Goldberg buys. She bought the new Diablo 4 game.
I don't know Diablo 1 through 3 are.
Okay, well this is just this game you run around and you kill demons and shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she buys Diablo 4. She probably spent $60, $70 on it, right?
Right.
I mean, it's Whoopi Goldberg. She's probably worth $50 million, maybe probably more. Probably more.
Yeah.
So she's in a feud with Blizzard Entertainment because it doesn't work on her Mac computer. Everybody knows Mac doesn't. You don't buy a Mac and play PC. You don't play games on a Mac.
So she didn't know that.
She's old.
Yeah,
and she did. She was like, I'm gonna buy Diablo 4 and play it on my Mac, and it doesn't work on Mac.
You're a pretty good guess. She's worth $60 million.
$60 million, not bad. That's good.
So she's got to buy a new computer.
So she's just got to get a PC to play it on, or Take the game back. No, but she's in like this huge feud with
That's
Blizzard Entertainment over $70. It blows my mind.
It's like buying Tic Tacs for her to buy a new computer. Like,
no shit.
Like
she could probably look at somebody and go, "Buy me the best gaming computer," and
have it hooked up.
And have it hooked up, and like by the time she gets home,
that's what your personal assistants do.
the computer's there
When
with your game downloaded on it, ready to play.
When you're worth $60 million, you have personal assistants, I assume, right?
This is ridiculous.
She definitely has. Yeah, that's totally ridiculous.
It's ridiculous to me.
Stupid.
Why this is news? Everything's stupid. Everything's dumb.
The world is fucked up.
Everything's dumb.
Because they're trying to make news out of stuff that's not news, so we don't know about the aliens.
And Dave Chappelle tossed off of Netflix. This is kind of a misleading one because he really didn't get tossed off.
He said he wanted his money.
He
right?
wanted his money. They struck a deal, and the deal ends in like next month or something. Well, I don't know. It says somewhere on here, and it ends. So, but they're getting you to click on it by saying tossed off. Like, it's so controversial.
Why would they get rid of anything with Dave Chappelle? It's got to be a money maker.
He's
all the
probably
time.
starting his own. He has probably gotten the rights to Chappelle Show again, and he. Excuse me, good lord.
Again, that'd be the first time, right?
That would be the first time.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to put it on his own streaming service or something like that because he's got enough money to do anything like that. I mean, it's just like Louis C.K. Like since he got canceled, for jerking off in front of a couple people.
Who was he jerking off in front of?
People in the business that wanted to do shows with him, I think.
Oh yeah. So he was like,
this is happening. If you want to stay in the room, then stay in the room. And they stayed in the room, and then they complained about it later. So.
Well, I would too. Like that's not something I'd want somebody.
Well,
to do.
I would have left.
Yeah, but if you could feel super pressured.
If I walk in the room and just jerking off,
me and you have really strong minds, though. Like we don't get fucked over by stuff like that. Like I don't care enough about money or power to sit in the room while any dude jerks off. Like I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck about people. I don't care about who you are. I don't. CEOs, janitors, they're all people to me. Like we're all dead soon.
We're all
like
gonna die.
I'm not.
We're all meat.
I'm not sitting in the room where you jerk off. I don't care what you say.
I think maybe she thought that she had to.
That's what I'm saying. But other people don't have that kind of. Other people aren't that strong, and they're like feel like this is a powerful person. He's jerking off in front of me. He told me. I don't want to seem uncool.
Uncool.
Yeah.
So anyway, since he was canceled for that, he just started like his own website, and you can get. Did you ever watch the show Louie?
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious show.
Yeah.
You can get that and watch all that on his thing. And he just does stand-ups now, where he just sells them to you off his website, and he does great because he's a genius. He's like awesome at what he does.
He's good.
He's really good.
He's good enough to jerk off in front of people and save his own career, right?
And still keep making him not have to worry about it. It's pretty good, huh?
I mean, I don't know why society we're so twisted sexually in general. Like I just don't think along these lines almost ever. I mean, I don't either. Am I weird for that?
No, I think you're
like
normal.
I would never.
I think there's a bunch of sexual deviants running around.
I do too. Like, why is everybody so sexually deviant? Like,
I never once in my life was like, God, I can't wait till the weekend. I got to get to the strip club or anything like that.
No, nothing like that. Or never like.
Or I wasn't like, I think I'm gonna go buy a full body like leather suit with zip mouths and shit and go beat somebody. It's like never crossed my mind once. To do any of that.
Sex is cool. It's fun.
I
love it. I think it's an important part of life. But it's never been something that I don't understand. Like I would never be like in a room with three people and be like, I'm jerking off right now. Never. Never. Fucking ever. I would never.
What about one person?
I would never have some girl say hi to me on the internet and then send my picture of my dick to her.
That seems like an assault to me.
It is an assault.
I'm old. It's like an assault. Like it's like I would never unwarrant a dick pic to anyone because it's almost just like flashing them, and it feels like you could get arrested for it.
Yeah, but I mean, just say like this person just said hello. They're like, or hey, or they laughed at your video, and then dudes are like, well, there's my junk. Like it's just we're just so weird, man. As a society, we're so fucked up. Like these people have got to be getting no pussy. Like there's no way anybody gets.
There's another thing now. Like do you see these trends?
And you just want it all. You're like, I just want it all.
People can get away with. Like there's this like on TikTok. You're just going through TikTok, and like my algorithm basically feeds me nothing but UFO stuff. UFO,
I get
and
UFO,
Mandela
music
effect,
and comedy, and
music,
Mandela, yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. We probably
Every now and then, it'll throw up one of these chicks that's thirsty.
Uh-huh.
I guess she's.
Oh yeah.
I
get one of those about every 1,000. It's so pathetic.
I come across one where they wear like a sundress and they put a light behind them so you can see their lips.
Yeah.
And then they like it's so thirsty. And if it was like my daughter,
feels pathetic.
It feels pathetic. And it's just like
or
you
like,
see it, you're like, oh my God. And then you're like, I've got to see what this person's up to.
Yeah.
So you hit the thing and you go, and like every video is them doing that. Or
every video
is them showing their lips off,
or the ones where they're like clearly beautiful, like they're clearly a beautiful woman, and they're the smoking body or whatever. They're coming out in like a swimsuit out of the fucking pool, and they're like, "I'm looking for a man over 45, but nobody over 45 will ever talk to me." And that's like the caption, and it's got 9,000 comments from these fat. I think you're gorgeous. I think you're the best. You're the best.
And where are you right now? And I'll come murder you.
And you click on her profile, and she's following 0 people.
Right.
With 137,000 followers. They're all fucking neckbeard fat fucks. Like, I'm 52 and I think you're pretty. I'll give you a chance. Durr. Fucking.
I live beside the lake. I've got a boat. You can live the life of your dreams.
They're clearly just rolled out of like Cosmo magazine, and they're like on a farm by a hay bale and like plaid thong, and it's like, I wish I could just find a country boy that just wants to fuck all day, like, but no one's around for me.
So where are you looking? Me, this guy.
And then the comments is blowing up. I'm like, you dudes are the dumbest fucking people.
The counters.
I jump in the comment section, and I swear though, I'm like, man, men are the dumbest fucking people on God's earth, like the dumbest sons of bitches, like, because it's thousands of them.
What about the one that's like the lady like walks out of somewhere and she's like, oh, and at the top it's like, when you let that 45-year-old guy at the office hit it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, and you're like, yeah, I'm 45. I'll do that to her. Yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, let me write her a comment. I'll do that.
It obviously works, but I'm like, these dudes are clicking. You're just getting baited to this bitch's
cha-ching.
What are they called? The fan clubs? The
OnlyFans.
It's just linking you there, or it's linking you just to a private
you
live.
go to they go to that, then they see the thing where it says link tree, and they click on that, and it's just like, boom, here's where you can subscribe to see my titties all day. And
so
it's like, okay.
So guys,
that's really tough out there. I'm glad that I'm not in that whole pool of dating nonsense.
I'm gonna lay it out for the men, because I care about us as a species. There are virtually 0 20 to 30-year-old women that are a 9 to 10 anyway that exist on Earth. They're virtually 0 of those, but there's a few. The few that do exist have virtually 0 interest in sleeping with like 51-year-old dudes in middle management. Like,
right.
Forget it. That's not.
Now bump that 51-year-old guy up to, he's already retired with a boat on the beach in a mansion. Then they'll consider it.
Have you noticed exactly 0 videos of the hot girl coming out going, I'm having trouble finding an older man with a mansion and a yacht to fuck me?
None of those.
Because none of those dudes are going to click on it. They're like, shut up, bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck are you talking
Do whatever I
scroll
want.
Right by her.
You're exactly what I'm not looking for while I'm having the time of my life.
They scroll right past her ass. It's the, I don't know why no plumbers over 50 want to sleep with me. That's like,
they're like scrolling like, man, where can I find somebody to make me a thing that picks up all 3 of my motorcycles and puts them in the back of my stretched out Hummer? Like, I need some hydraulic guys to spend $1 million. That's what they're looking for. They're like, ladies. Oh, that's no problem for me. I don't worry
about ladies.
That's not a deal.
So guys, knock it off. Here's how you stop this. You cannot comment on these women's stuff like that. You cannot comment on it. You cannot like it. You definitely can't give her any more ego. She doesn't need any more ego. Stop it. Yeah. And she's trapping you to steal your money. Yeah. She's a bad person who's trying to steal your money. She's never going to sleep with you. You're never even going to see her. She's not even real, by the way. It's a video they got of someone getting out of a pool.
Right.
And Hapu is typing the context or whatever.
Type this next. I think that I want to have sex with a 45-year-old plumber.
I like it, the small cocks. But no one will give me a small cock.
Smaller cock, the better. I have a very small vagina, and it needs a small penis.
I just want to sleep with a poor, simple man, but they won't do it.
They won't do it. They keep turning me down. I would like a poor, ugly, short man with a real little dick. But every time I try to date one, they just are mean and turn me down. They won't talk to me. It's hard to meet a nice man.
Yeah, I'm following 0 people.
Following 0 people.
That's how interested I am in this quest for love. I follow no one, but I have 137,000 followers. You'll figure it out.
How in the world does anybody like have a real relationship these days? Like when you're younger,
how anybody gets this, how do you get this stupid? How do some of these scams still work? They're still Nigerian prince scams.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck is this still working?
There's a scam where
how are the sex scams still working?
There's a scam where it's like you actually get married. I know somebody that did this. I know somebody that did this.
Did what? Tell the story. Sounds like a great story.
Okay, so somebody came to me and was like, "Hey."
Oh, you've told me, but tell them.
Yeah, somebody came to me and they were very close to me, and they were like, "Hey, there's a lady I met over the internet. In Nigeria or wherever it was."
He didn't really say Nigeria.
No, it was one of those countries that like has the scams come out of them.
Could have been
any of those. And he was like, "I need $1,000 though to send her because her grandmother died." And left this huge plot of land and farm for her, and there's gold there that her grandmother kept, and I've got to get the gold. Me and the gold need to come to the United States, but I need I don't have any money, and I can't touch it until
you didn't give him $1,000, did you?
I get this lawyer to draw up this thing so I can do this and that and the other thing. And he was like, "Oh, I don't know, $1,000. That's a lot of money to give but okay, and blah blah blah." So then, my brother gave him $1,000.
Your brother
just to see what happens. Yeah. My brother's like, "Okay, here, let's see how this goes." Just to be just for like a goof.
Might as well just burned it. Yeah,
just a goof.
He knew he was never going to see it.
Yeah, he was like, "Here, take this." This is a goof. He's like, "We'll see what happens." So like, next he comes.
So the guy's really.
Then he comes to me and he's like, "Man, I need that," and I was like, "I'm not giving you any money. I don't have $1,000 to
just blow the pit to play a game.
To play a game."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Don't ask me." I was like, "No way." And he was like, "Well, we're getting married." And they got married, like somehow.
They got married on the internet?
They got married on the internet. And then, like, he kept sending this person money.
Like, he went and got a marriage license?
Yeah, they did it all online. And, she did all the things and everything. And they, like, did a ceremony online or something.
Where did he see her? Did he see her?
Like, online. Like, FaceTime stuff. This was probably, like, 2012. So it was, like, some weird internet FaceTime thing. I don't remember FaceTime was a thing then, was it?
I don't know.
But
you could get video of somebody though, sure.
No, but you just hire somebody. So like, it was all like a scam. He kept saying he was going to be worth like $20 million, and he just kept sending this person money. Which, by the way, there was never a girl. It was some dude.
How long did it take him to figure it out?
I think over a year.
$20,000 later.
I don't know how much he spent, but it was
everything he had, plus what he could borrow from y'all or whoever. You think y'all aren't the only ones he asked? Anyone he was close to that had money, he was asking
everybody. And I'm sure he got money from everybody, and it was always like something. And I was just like, is anybody going to tell him that this is a scam?
Why wouldn't y'all tell him? Why wouldn't y'all tell him that?
I think we did, and I just don't think he was like, no, this is real. We're married. He was like, we're married. And I was like, well, when you
what did happen? So tell me the story. What happened when he found out that he got bullshitted?
He never talked to us ever again.
You've never talked to him since?
Never.
He just disappeared?
It's been years.
He just sunk into his shame?
He's living in Nigeria as a 20 millionaire. He's got $20 million.
No, he doesn't.
But he just never talked to about it.
At some point, you got to know.
At some point, he got burnt. He knew something happened at some point. I'm sure when you fly to Nigeria to meet your bride and they're not there. I don't know if he did that, but I'm just saying. Like,
it just furthers. We're just so stupid.
How he's an intelligent person too,
but we're stupid.
Thought he was.
We're easily manipulated.
I think we're easily manipulated when it comes to
a
being lonely, or if you're lonely, or if you're just looking for a way out of your life or whatever. You'll believe in fantasy. I mean, that's video games. That's.
But I've never like played Mario Brothers and like I enjoyed it, but I never thought I was Mario or thought like I was really doing this quest.
That's why you're not a video game player. No, I'm kidding.
I guess so.
No, but what about like MetaQuest? You know, like VR stuff. It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome, but I would never think it was actually happening.
Well, when
it's like I would never think a person. I'd never think a person. Okay, a person I've never met. Now, if someone come on and said, "Oh, you're handsome," or "Oh, you're funny," or whatever, that's something that could happen upon first meeting. But no one's going to be like meet you for 2 days on the internet and start being like, "I love you so much," and I'm blah. If somebody like, how could anyone think? Has that ever happened to you in real life? No. Then it's not going to happen just out of the blue on the fucking computer.
It's like red flags.
No one does that.
No. Well, lonely people.
You'd have to be. Yeah, but I mean, I would be instant delete if I knows I've been talking to somebody for 3 sentences online and they start telling me they love me. I'm
Ooh,
like,
no,
fucking
block,
that's
over.
block.
Yeah,
like,
that's a super red flag.
How that just
it's
just weird to me.
We've
it's a
had
weird
a
dynamic.
conversation for 30 minutes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
What?
And
you do what?
We talked about and sometimes you'll see these if you know some of these people. There's a guy that on TikTok. He's really good. He does the he like ropes them in. He like gets them totally like they're like, and he's like a 46-year-old mailman, right? So they'll be like, what? So
these young girls should realize that's a good job.
Look, he's like he looks like a regular middle-aged dad. He's like balding and he's overweight a little bit, and they'll be like, "Ooh, send me a picture," and he'll send them a picture in the mail truck, like sweating, fucking bald, fat face, like 3 chins, and they're like, "Ooh, so sexy," and then she'll be like a swimsuit model on the other end, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, you're so sexy too," and they're like, "Ooh, what's your job?" He's like, "I'm a postman." They're like, "That's so sexy."
What?
It's great.
What is this?
It's on TikTok. It's a guy. It's called.
Is it like fake?
No. He gets people that try to like jump in his inbox like scammers.
Oh, scammers.
And he drags them along and he posts all the content on TikTok.
That's awesome.
He'll be like, okay, he's like, she just said I'm super sexy. I'm just gonna leave her on red for like I don't know, a day or two, and then we'll come back. And he goes, because then she'll start like question mark, like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you ignoring me? I love you. Don't go away. And be like, oh, and he'll jump and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I love you too. I just got busy with the mail. She's like, oh, my sexy man running them, and he'll just go.
Has he ever done like where he's just like, how much money do you want?
Oh no. He drags it out for days, and then he'll
just wasting their time.
And then he'll be like, well, no. He gets so far down into it, they'll be like, you need to send me $250. And he'll be like, okay, yeah, no problem, because I love you. Of course I'll do that. And they're like, oh, great. So then they start being like, ooh, my man. They'll send him boob pics or whatever. And he's like, yeah. He's like, they'll be like, did you send it? And he's, like a minute later, he's like, well, no, I'm at work. And they're like, you need to send it now. And he's like, hey, relax. It's just $250, man. Like,
yeah.
And then they're like,
calm down.
Yeah, he'll be like, just calm down a minute. He's like, I'm gonna do it after work. And then like they're like, okay, but what time is that? He'll be like, I don't know, like 4:30 or something. And they're like, okay. So then 4:31. They're like, did you get the money? He's like, yeah, I got. And then he'll go to the store. He'll have videos. And he's like, yeah, I got them. And he'll be like holding Domino's Pizza gift cards, like $250 of Domino's Pizza gift cards. He'll be like, I got them. And they're like, no, idiot. I did not say Domino's Pizza. I said Amazon. He's like, or whatever they say. And he's like, well, don't you like pizza? She's like, I don't need pizza. I need the actual, you got to bring those back and get these gaming cards. He's like, what do you do with gaming cards? And he just goes for as long as he can. Sometimes he can string, because $250 to them is like a month, a year. Sometimes he'll string them along for a week, and they're just like, he'll get them. They're so mad at the end of it. He's like, you motherfucker. And he's like, I thought you loved me that I was the sexiest man alive. And I'm trying to give you $250 worth of pizza gift cards, and doesn't seem like you're reciprocating any love to me.
Yeah, you're like a gift horse in the mouth right now.
So then it should keep on the next day. He'll just be like, send her a video of like him eating pizza, and he's like, since you were so unappreciative, I'm just eating the pizza. It's captivating, and he'll do them in like 10 parts. It's really good. I'll have to send you some of them.
What's his name?
I don't even know. It won't be hard to find because he's got like a gazillion followers. His content is so good. He gets literally a new one a week. And he'll be like, okay. He'll be like, it's Samantha. You can see Samantha. She's a international model This is the one where this is this week's love interest. She's very interested in me. Very interested.
Very interested in me.
It's really educational. You know, I would think it'd get viral enough that enough people would watch it to be like, oh yeah, I should never fall for that. But they do anyway.
I haven't had any Belvedere today.
Yeah, get you some Belvedere.
I haven't had any Belvedere. I need to get a little bit of that.
That's a giant fancy bottle. It's just a 1.75, right? But it feels like it's a...
Yeah, I don't know. They stretch it out. It looks huge. I don't know. That's what she said.
Whoa, when they stretch it out?
Then it looks huge. Just stretch it out. I don't know. Everybody go like and subscribe. I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, so seriously, no, like and
we
subscribe.
Need subscribers.
Yeah, what do we have, like 242 or something?
405
YouTube subscribers.
On YouTube? We need more than that.
We need at least 100. What do we
need? We need 1,000.
1,000, and then we can start monetizing.
Monetizing because that's what we're into.
I would envision it like this: we would die, and then our YouTube podcast would blow up posthumously, like after we've passed, and then all of a sudden it would get bought for like $15 million.
Here's the thing: like one of us does something really infamous, like one of us does something really terrible or great.
Well,
let's not go negative. One of us does something really wonderful
to get more subscribers. We're gonna have to do our thing. Like we're gonna have to go to the crossroads and film.
We have to grind.
We're gonna have to go out there and like really get some content, like sell our soul.
Right.
Go to the crossroads. We're gonna be like, I think if we did a podcast from where you sell your soul, like we talked about, from the crossroads in Mississippi, and then we go look for a Bigfoot because it's the same area. Would you guys be interested in that if we went to the crossroads where they sell their soul in Mississippi?
To be blues fame?
Where to get blues fame? Robert Johnson famously sold his soul there. If we go there, do a podcast from there.
Do a podcast.
Maybe even sell our soul while we're there.
Sell our souls while we're there.
You down for that?
I'm down.
I don't know.
I'm down. I'll bring the grimoire.
I don't know if I'd be down with that. I'll still get this.
I thought you didn't believe in any of that shit.
I don't. But there's the part of me that's like, I don't believe in.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. I don't believe in.
Do you really think that Jay-Z and Eminem and all of these people sold their soul to the devil to be amazing?
No, I don't think it's the devil. I don't think it's I think the devil. I think the Illuminati exist.
Okay,
I think
so how do they make them cool then?
Marketing.
So you're saying, okay, so we're going totally with Freddie
so you are
Prince.
selling your
We're
soul.
going with the Freddie Prinze Jr. movie. She's All That, where you take a geek and you make her the most popular person in school.
Or like You Can't Buy Me Love. Remember that movie?
Oh, You Can't Buy Me Love. Same thing. I guess they redid it. Freddie Prinze.
Yeah. Can't Buy Me Love did the same thing. He was a nerd. They made him the coolest guy.
Okay, so they switched it over in that one and made it a girl.
Yeah.
That's it. But like, what girl just? What girl can't just be slutty and be popular? I mean,
Well, they're not.
You know what I mean?
I'd say all of them.
I would totally be a slutty girl if I was a girl.
Yeah, but it doesn't make you popular at all.
Oh, it makes me popular in my head.
In your head,
In
but
my
that's
head,
what
I'm very
girls
popular.
with daddy issues end up doing. That doesn't make it doesn't really make them popular. I think that's probably how you get popular. But
It'd be super slutty. And
I'd
be super popular with the football team.
with the guys, you wouldn't be popular with them. They'd be talking shit about you.
Well, I'd bring a few girls with me along, my friends.
They'd
We could all be.
They'd be passing around nudes.
We'd be the slutty crew.
Nobody likes a whore, Mike. Nobody likes a whore.
Seems like everybody does until
They
they get
like 'em.
caught. Until they get caught.
They like them, but they don't like them like them. But no,
I think that's a double standard, by the way.
So, I mean, it is a double standard.
So,
I mean, I'm saying it's fine that you think that because it's true. But what difference does
you
it?
saw me have a debate about getting into this right before I said, girls can be popular if they're just slutty. I was like,
no, you can't. Not really. It is 100% a double standard, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right?
Right.
Just because you're like, I think that's a double standard. Well, it is a double standard, but it's still the nature of society, at least for a little while longer. I don't write the rules. You don't write the rules.
I don't write the rules. Luckily, I don't write the rules.
It's a double standard for you too. Well, you feel the same way. It's a double standard for everybody. Some men can just admit it's a double standard.
Obviously, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking that like if you're just slutty or a slutty girl, you're popular. Obviously, I'm joking.
Right, because that's not how it works.
But you've been popular with me. But
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
That is another joke, and I hate that I have to say that because people don't know me, so they don't want to think that I'm some kind of fucking chauvinist weirdo.
Yeah,
but like
I don't think
that's
it's
not me. If I made the rules, I mean, you know, the rules are the rules.
If you made the rules, you'd be like, people are people. They can do what they
People
want.
do what they want, and we're not going to judge anyone. But unfortunately, when a dude sleeps with a bunch of women, he's a badass.
Yeah.
And when chicks do it, they're sluts.
That's correct.
And those are the rules. I don't like that.
There's a biological evolutionary reason for that.
How do you take that? Oh, there is a biological reason.
There's a biological evolutionary reason for that. Huh?
Yeah.
I believe that because men seek out biologically to
Procreate.
to procreate and extend their bloodline, right?
Right.
Women seek out biologically security and securing their bloodline and feeling safe and secure. Okay,
And that
So there's a predisposition to these things, whether people like it or not, whether people will agree with it or not, whether it aligns with your philosophy or not. Because here's what's really fucked up about 2023 is that in general,
we don't want to believe what science is.
We don't want to believe what was real, right?
Right. We don't want to say like in caveman times.
It doesn't.
The wimpiest dude didn't go out and kill and protect people. He probably got murdered. He probably got murdered by a cat.
He got murdered by an alpha, or by a cat,
or he was walking through the woods and he was like, "Ah," and like something killed him.
There are,
and so like the guys that were like huge and like big club carrying, bashing in tigers' heads and shit, and bears and stuff. Women wanted them because they wanted to feel safe.
So the extension of the bloodline and women. The double standard has been the double standard forever. There's never been a time when men said that's what I want. So there never will be, and there's always been a time where the women said that's what I want. The woman wanted the conqueror that had all the girls. That's sleeping with 100 girls in front of everybody. That's still who the other women wanted. Then the women wanted the rock star who's sleeping with everybody openly. That's still who all the women wanted. And the men did not want that same woman. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
Look at that lady getting gangbanged by 10 people. I'd really like to make her my wife.
There is whether I agree that it's right or wrong is really doesn't. That's why I said it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
because it is what it is.
It is what it is.
What it is a double standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just double standard.
That's what it is.
Let
me give you another double standard.
I have a the thing that aggravates me about that is like I want to go along with that. I have to fight to not go along with it.
Yeah, because it's not natural to go along with it. Right. That's why, because it's not in your nature. You know that you don't feel that way either. You're not marrying a slut either.
Right.
So that's how it is.
Right.
That's how it is, right? Even though you're like, that's fucked up. But for me, I think my preference is that she's not slut.
Right.
I mean, but I want there to be sluts, just not in my immediate.
Just not where I'm going to end up with them forever.
So here's another double standard.
That's terrible.
Well, if a woman, you're in Walmart, a woman punches a guy in the face, the guy calls the cops, it's giant pussy.
Right.
Giant pussy immediately from everybody. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit. People are laughing in the store as he gets struck.
Right.
A man punches a chick in Walmart. Totally different scenario.
Every man in Walmart's gonna punch him in the face.
Channel 8 News.
It's
damn near it's murder charges.
Well, it should be.
Well, it's a double standard though, Mike.
Well, men and I mean, here we go and all this. Men technically are stronger than women. And
I know. Why are we so scared to say that? What the fuck?
I don't know.
It doesn't make you a transphobe. Say it.
I'm also saying that. I'm also going to say that a woman boxer would beat the fuck out of me.
I won't say that. Fuck that.
No, a woman boxer that is trained for her. A woman boxer that is trained for 10 years wouldn't box you out. Bullshit.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, are there any women? We got to make this. You want to talk about subscribers?
I'd have to get to train for a little while.
No training. You're in Walmart.
Oh, in Walmart, she's fucked. She's fucked. And we're just
going
to brawl? We're not even straight. Oh, she's fucked. Are you kidding me?
Really?
I will fucking walk through.
You don't think a woman in her prime, in a boxing prime, would knock you out?
Mike, I would walk through those punches. I would eat those punches and destroy her. 100%. 100%. No question.
I get
No question.
I get tired walking to the car.
I don't.
No, oh yeah, you work out and run and do all that.
You would run through it too. You just might not want to say that because you don't feel like it's right. You would.
Okay, so anyway, back to the thing. Men are stronger than women.
Yeah.
And if you so like let's say you land one good blow, she's done.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Like so, the guy punching the woman in Walmart, he's just gonna devastate.
It's going to be a much bigger, but it's still
it's
still a double standard.
It is a double standard, but
women are purer than men. And women aren't naturally inclined to fuck a bunch of dudes.
But here's the thing.
They're inclined to look for the strongest guy to fuck.
Besides all the laughing of a woman punching a guy out in Walmart, besides all the laughing and everything, you can still take her and the law will still be on your side. Take her to court and sue her in court. You'll still win. She still assaulted you.
Because the law is the law, and it's a double standard.
She assaulted you.
It's an obvious double standard. You'd still win.
She kicks you in the balls. She assaulted you.
Almost no man. That's why men that are abused don't call the police because they know there's nothing's going to happen. They don't want to go through the court system, so they just get.
Oh yeah, because look at Johnny Depp with all that with him with that going on.
I agree. The double standard about the slut, double standard about the punches. There's double standards in life, because hey, there's some differences.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why does that become so taboo to say this? I don't get it.
Did it start with when women want to be treated equal, but that's fine. But they're not equal when it comes to you're going to lift 300 pounds and a woman lifting.
They're not equal when it comes to family custody law. Men get fucked.
Oh yeah,
and nobody cares.
That's true.
Why does nobody care about men?
What do you always hear? Oh well, the wife would have to be on crack with a needle in her arm to lose custody of her kids. Yeah,
and the dad can lose custody by being a great guy. She can just
be a
lie.
Great guy
and,
lose his kids.
The court system does not work for men. The child support system is against men. Those are double standards, and you have to find ways to navigate through those because the way society's set up. We're never changing that. We can have all the. You can have everything. You can have liberation. You can have, and I support all that stuff. I really do. But some things are what they are. We're just so allergic to the truth in 2023.
I think everybody wants to feel...
The truth shouldn't be offensive.
I think everybody wants to feel normal, even though some people aren't. And the truth makes some people not normal. And people have a hard time with that. And I think I would embrace it. I'm not normal. I'm pretty normal, but I'm not nobody's normal because what's normal?
Yeah.
So I think when somebody's gets all upset about somebody says, well, women aren't as strong as men. People get upset about, well, that's true. Basically true.
Yeah, it's not like...
So why
it's
would
not
they
like
get
if you were
upset
saying
about
something with no data to back it up, you were saying, well,
Right.
Men are just so much smarter than women. There's really no data to back that up, right? And it's
well, men's brains are bigger. Does
their head's bigger?
Yeah. Does that mean bigger brain mass gives you
I don't think there's any data.
I don't think so
the
either.
data doesn't support that.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, and so it's not like you're saying that. It's not like you're saying untrue things. Now
Men have two brains, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah.
We have wrinkly brains up here and a wrinkly brain down here.
You have the shit, you made me lose my train of thought with your down here wrinkly brain. Oh well. The fact of the matter is, you should feel comfortable to say things that are true, not things that are crazy, but things that are true. You should feel comfortable to say those things. It doesn't mean, okay, I know what I was going to say. There are some women.
Uncomfortable truths.
There are some women that are stronger than some men. That's true.
That's true.
On the whole, if you took 1,000 men and 1,000 women and you put them in a bench press competition, it's going to be 990 victories for the men.
Right.
And there's going to be 8 or 10 victories for the women.
Maybe more.
That's probably about right. And
I'm trying to be nice.
And objectively, that makes men stronger. That doesn't make them better.
There would just be more men. 100%. Not 100%, but 100% there would be more men.
You would bet your life savings, your kids' life savings, and probably your kids on that outcome. Because you know why? Because you know it to be true.
100%, 60%.
But we're if you say something like that, it's like they're trying to make believe that if you say something like that, you're incorrect.
No, insensitive.
Is that what it is? No, I think they're trying to make it like you're incorrect.
I think it's like you're being mean.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to
next week on Gender Wars.
we're not getting into gender wars. We'll hash it out next week, though.
Hash that one out.
We'll see y'all on episode 43. Later, guys. It was a good one.